So the recovery and the injury prevention portion starts with working the plantar fascia, which I always do with a ball. And I like that because it's rounded, it's a ball. It's rounded on both directions so that you can really work the plantar fascia well versus a rolling pin or something like that would only work it in one direction. So I'd rather use this to best loosen up the plantar fascia. And you just slowly work that, preferably in a standing position so that you can get enough pressure on it. The next is the hip, the TFL, and the glute medius. And that portion is done if I'm going to treat my left side, and I would do both with this, but the TFL goes from your ASIS, the front of your hip, to your greater trochanter, the most side of your hip, the lateral portion of the hip. So basically if my hand were on my side like that, that's where the TFL is. And you put the ball there, then roll onto your side, supporting yourself with your elbow, and putting my upper body at kind of a 45-degree, not straight sideways, but slightly forward like that. And then this bottom leg, the treatment leg, moves up. If I keep it like this, it keeps it taut, which doesn't work the area as well. So bring it up just like that. And then you hang out. And you roll, you scan the tissue to find the area of maximum tightness, and then hang out there. Next, I move on to the continuation of the iliotibial tract from the greater trochanter to the iliac crest, side of the hip. So I'm directly sideways now with this still bent. Again, rolling to scan the area of most tenderness. Once I find it, I hang out. Then I move on to the gluteus medius, which is more in the back. So I'm at a 45-degree this way with my upper body. This leg is up to decrease or increase the amount of pressure I have on the ball. And then this is fully relaxed so that I get maximum effectiveness. So again, scan the tissue, find the worst, most painful spot, and hang out there. Lastly, you work the piriformis right in the middle. So roll all around. You can strum it. It runs basically to the camera toward my pelvis this way. And you can strum it this way or back and forth, looking for the worst spot again, and hang out there. And lastly, you want to work the low back, so preferably from the very base of your spine up to about the thoracolumbar junction, which is the very bottom of your ribs. And I do that either with one ball or two taped together or in a sock tied tightly so that they're stuck together fairly closely. And you put them on either side of your spine and you roll up and down just like this on your elbows or on your feet like this to get maximum pressure in there. If you can't do this because of flexibility, you have some options. You can either bring your elbows out like this, your hands out like that, or eventually just lay flat. I don't like this as much because it arches the back and decreases the effectiveness of the treatment. So for the rolling portion of this, you want to use a roller. So we're going to roll the IT, iliotibial band, and the calf, gastrocsoleus and Achilles. You want to put this right just above the knee and try to put as much body weight as you can tolerate. You can do this on the hand like this or on the elbow. On the elbow probably works a little bit better, you're a little bit more stable. And then put as much body weight as you can tolerate. I would suggest initially putting the foot just like this or like this, where you can use this leg to either increase or decrease pressure. And eventually, once your IT feels great, then you can put all of your body weight on here and slowly roll back and forth. So you would just gently roll up and down, trying to put as much pressure as you can on that, rolling all the way up to the greater trochanter there. Then for the calf, you put as much body weight again as you can tolerate. So you might start out with one leg on like this and progress to both like that, and then progress to both like that. Again, rolling slowly up and down as far as you can, working up and down all the way to the top of the calf.